This is a different way of looking at steering dampers. This is an inertial steering damper kit from Parti Speciali. These differ to the standard ones we've seen in the market for many years in a few ways. First of all, dead easy to install. You don't need to do any modifications on your bike. 2 screws on the fork, done. Second, they work slightly differently. The main thing of these is that when you go slow and when you don't have sudden handlebar movements, the handlebar is supposed to stay very, very light. And when you have quick sudden movements, it's supposed to stop them. This helps from arm pumps, general fatigue, and safety in general. If you hit a rock, get that tank slapper, these are supposed to help. So the installation is pretty simple. You put it on like that. Make sure there is no interference with the frame. Doesn't touch anything. And these have to be both parallel, and the adjustment side has to be facing the rider. Now we have both of these installed, and again, the way you install them, both of them have to be parallel, looking that way, and the adjustment side has to be over here, and it has to be mounted somewhere on this side. So, enough talking, let's go for a ride. Okay, we're gonna start with a slow technical terrain, and we're gonna see how these perform. I'm gonna let you know what I'm feeling, what I'm not feeling, and how it impacts my riding. So let's go. Okay, so far don't think I feel anything, but at the same time there isn't much side-to-side movement for the bars. Comparing to the fluid-based stabilizers, I like that I don't need to adjust this one. It works when I need it to work. Okay. Yeah. To be honest, so far feels as usual, nothing different, no interference, the handlebars are still light, easy to maneuver around trees. Yeah, okay, yeah, it feels really light. Doesn't interfere with my riding in any way. Can go around trees easily. Okay. Yeah, no interference. As light as promised. Let's go here. Okay. Yeah, no interference. The handlebars are as light as usual. To be honest, riding this place feels exactly the same as it did without them. Yeah, same, don't know. Right, the next test is bumpier, faster forest roads. I think this is where these should work the most. Let's give it a go. Okay, this is weird. The bars still feel very light, and they don't feel heavy when I hit the bumps. It just stays straight. It's well different feeling to standard. It's a well different feeling to standard wheeling dampers. Interesting, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Plenty of bumps here. The handlebars still feel very light, except when you hit something, it just stays straight. But it doesn't necessarily mean it goes heavy, it just stays straight. Interesting. I think the main difference is this is a lot less tiring. Yeah, nice. Definitely does feel different compared to the fluid-based ones. This feels like it doesn't interfere at all. It just, throughout bumps like this, just stays straight. Interesting. And for the last test, we're gonna do some fast gravel. Let's see how it handles that. Okay, so far, can't feel anything. Feels like original. Okay. Okay. It feels weird. You don't really feel it, but it feels better than without it. Because I kind of feel comfortable going here, not even holding my handlebars, and it's pretty rough here. Okay. Yeah, you definitely feel it working. Not like feel it working, it's kind of like here you expect it to kind of kick it through your bars, but it doesn't. But at the same time, the bars still feel very light. They just get harder for that split millisecond when the handlebars jerk, but yeah. If I didn't feel anything on a slow technical terrains, over here it definitely feels better. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel the difference. Okay, weird and interesting, because it still feels light and nimble, but when I hit a rock or a bigger rut or a bump, I can definitely feel it's working, and I don't need to do any adjustments, anything. Okay, interesting, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I want to see if there are any cars coming. Nope. Okay, I'm digging this. I kinda at first felt like it didn't do anything, especially on slow terrain. On the faster terrain I did, maybe I was too smooth on it, I don't know. But over here I can definitely feel the difference, especially on bigger bumps. What I like about this, I don't need to do any adjustments, so I'm just gonna go on fast gravel, go with the slow technical terrain. I don't need to change anything, it just behaves the way I want it to behave. Very interesting. So this is really bumpy, but I don't feel it through my handlebars. Just got back from the first ride using the Quattro Parti Speciali inertial steering dampers, and my initial thoughts, it works differently to the fluid ones, the oil-based ones. Those you adjust the way you like and it's always like that. This one, I didn't really feel any difference between having it or not having it, except it was much easier for me to ride it. You sometimes feel it just goes harder for a split second, but it stops the initial big hits, big movements on the bars. So I felt I was faster today. I felt it was easier to ride for me today. I felt more confident on bumpy roads, but in general it just works when it needs to work. I like it.